We're going to do a brief video on Uipath Stock, Uipath Stock News, and we've got a daily chart on here for you with a green 5-day, a red 20-day, and a blue 200-day moving average. Let's take a quick look. We can't squeeze it all in this stock, but you can see this stock has just tanked, and it's been in a bear market for as far back as I can look here. Looks like May-ish of 2021, and it's been a tremendous decline. Best I can guess here is close to 90, and then all the way down, just straight down to, it looks like a more recent low of about what is that, $13. So $90 to about 13 in May 2022. From that point, it's gone sideways until we get to this little last 2 weeks I'm going to discuss in a minute. The important points to take a look at are, look at the absolute respect for the 200-day moving average. You can see the slope of the 200-day moving average, and you can see it just kept that distance between, we talked about before, the distance between the 200-day moving average and the price is always an indicator of whether or not it's getting oversold. And for the bulk of the time, it's kept a relatively consistent distance. You'll notice as it got down here to this bottom, the distance began to really start to spread out a little bit, almost like a triangle widening out at the bottom. And that's when we begin to move sideways, coming across to the 200-day moving average. Now, when you're trying to decide whether a stock looks like it's finished its bear market, you have to be very careful. Look at this distance between the 200-day. When it made its bottom in May, look at this distance between the 200-day and 200-day moving average and the price. This was telling you that this price is going to have to go sideways, and sure enough, that's what we did all summer long. Basically, we went sideways in this stock. You just can't continue to go down forever. There's only so many sellers. You saw an exhaustion gap here from about 29 to about 23. That was one of your clues that, hey, we're starting to get extreme panic and they're just dumping at any price. So that naturally is going to flow into some sideways movement. This, you could see the energy for selling was leaving, and it's just trickling it down here. Admittedly, this was a ridiculous amount of selling energy, but you have to keep an eye on it. So what we have now is a stock that's technically in a bear market, moving sideways to its 200-day moving average, and then we get to these last 2 weeks. As you can see, we stayed pretty much straight across here at around the 19.50 level, right around there. That is normal for a bear market, and you would expect that to, okay, we're probably putting in a bottom, we probably put in a bottom here in May, and we're probably going to rally up and test the 200-day moving average. That would be a reasonable analysis, but that's why you can never rely on any kind of technical analysis 100%. You always have to be extremely careful. Everything I say is for opinion and for entertainment values only, and this is one of the reasons I say that. Somebody took this stock out this morning and gave it a good beating. It took it down here to $12.21, made a new low, right? And when you look at it from a technical perspective, you wouldn't necessarily have expected that. You could have expected a test of this low here, this $13.60 low. That wouldn't have surprised anybody, but it just broke through it. Not a good sign, and also not a very comforting sign for people trying to pick a bottom in this stock. The realities of it are, we've come across, we're not at the 200-day, but we've reestablished even closer than it was following. You can see this was a rough gap. This came really close to the 200-day moving average, and when it got close, it tanked. So that tells you there's a lot of people that don't have confidence in this stock. We came across, and then they weren't willing to risk a test of the 200. They just sold out again. So this stock's still in a bear market, an aggressive bear market. You could easily say that this was a blow-off bottom. You could definitely use the same kind of logic and say this is a blow-off bottom, but you want to catch a falling knife, because I don't. So you have to just let this stock play itself out and see where it's going to go. Moving averages at this point are not a huge help, but if you look at them, it's below the 200, it's below the 20, it's significantly below the 5, and it's gapping to the downside. If we take a look at the last time it put a gap to the downside, it consolidated a hair for a few days and went further down, and it was also respecting the 20 and the 5. So you have to be careful with this stock. This stock could easily go to $5. Do I think it's going to rally up to about 19 here in the near future? I don't think by the end of September it's going to do that. I think what you'll probably get is some similar price action to this that we saw here from March to May, and I think probably not that extended, but it might be. And then I think you'll get some rallying action just like you saw here. That's my best guess, although I think it will be shorter. I think once it puts in a bottom, you'll get some people trying to pick a bottom down here and probably putting this price up $5 in a short period of time. But where that bottom is anybody's guess. I'm not even going to try to guess, but it is my opinion. I'm not going to say it out loud, but this range right here is probably where we're headed. Again, my opinion for entertainment purposes only, and then you probably are going to head up to here roughly, but the time frames are hard to say because you could get some extended slow selling where you could get more sharp movements back and through in here. But that's my best guess right now. This stock I think has some more downside to it, and then a rally back up, probably at least as much as it declines from here, if that makes sense. So however far it goes down, I suspect it's going to rally back up about that much, but this is a very volatile stock to get involved with right now. Again, all my analysis is for entertainment purposes only. You have to do your own analysis, and it's all my opinion. I checked earlier, we do not cover Uipath in our algorithmically generated prices, but just to show you what we do here, we put out every day Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. or before 7 a.m. algorithmically generated prices for over 190 stocks. We have 1, 5, and 20-day holds, and they're all buy-onlys on this screen. And you just pick a price. If your own analysis says it's a good idea, you can consider getting in at the price that you think is a good price, but these are ours. And again, for entertainment purposes only, buy today, close out at the end of the next trading day at a loss if you don't take your profits sooner. So get in, get out before the close of trading tomorrow at a loss, or take your profits as soon as you got them, even if you get them today. Same thing here. Get in, get out at the end of 5 trading days at a loss, or take your profits sooner if you get them. And the same thing for the 20-day. So that's how these work. I'll check and see if we can add Uipath. Right now we don't cover it, but you can get all these prices every morning before 7 a.m. absolutely free. No credit card required at rbamresearch.com. There's a link in the description below. You just go there and sign up and get them for free. No credit card required. We cover 190 stocks. We cover the major forex pairs. We cover BTC for crypto, and we cover the most liquid futures. Everything but the stocks. We have longs or shorts each day. The stocks right now are long only. And again, no credit card required. You just follow the link in the description to sign up. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that. If you have a comment on how we can make these videos better, please leave one in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you. Keep in mind, everything you've heard or seen on here, including entry prices, are for entertainment purposes only. You can't use our prices for anything other than entertainment. You have to do your own analysis, and you definitely trade at your own risk.